Hey y'all, it's Mr. Chris. Life Skills is going to be providing some instructional videos to help you while you're away and keep you prepared for when you come back. Our first video is on personal safety part 1. So let's go ahead and get right into it. We're going to be following along with the PowerPoint presentation here. All right, so there's only so many things you can control in life. However, there are some steps you can take to avoid being somebody's next victim. All it takes is a little time to think ahead and follow some basic advice to avoid some potentially dangerous situations. Basic skills that you can learn to guarantee or at least reduce the likelihood that you are going to be somebody's next victim. If you think about these as we go over them, you probably do most of them already. Now, petty criminals don't want a confrontation, or at least they don't want a confrontation that they don't think they can win. They want to be able to overpower their victim. So there's some things that they're going to do and things that they're going to look for. One of those, right off the bat, is people who look like they're timid or scared or fearful in their body language or the way that they talk. These are the people that they're looking for right off the bat. So you want to make sure that you're walking tall. You're going to be calm and confident. You want to know where you're going and be aware of your surroundings. You don't want to try to look like you're trying to intimidate people or being aggressive. You just want to show that you know what's going on and send the message that you know where you're going. If somebody that you're not comfortable with asks you a question, don't be afraid. Tell them no. If you shy away from the question, they're going to keep asking and invade your personal space until you give them what you want. Now, we all know personal space, it's that arm's length away, that personal bubble. If they start getting into that personal space, it's time to get moving. So you want to practice your best big city walk. Walk with a steady, comfortable pace, your head up, your eyes looking through the people around you. It's okay to look just at their foreheads and not make eye contact. That way it looks like you're looking at them and not actually looking at them. You can still get enough of a description of their face if you need to get in touch with somebody. The message that you're trying to send out, not you're being rude, but you're trying to show them, don't bother me. I've got places to go and people to see. I've got stuff to do and I don't have time for you. If somebody you don't want to act continues to approach you, shake your head and say no while holding your hands out in front of you. Waving your hands and keeping a stern look on your face. Don't stop moving. Having your hands out in front of you gives you an advantage. It puts up a barrier and it throws the people off guard. They're wondering what it is that you're about to do. If that person continues to approach you despite all your body language, look at them firmly in the eye and with a stern look on your face, keep moving. Walk a little bit faster. You're not trying to show them that you're afraid, but that you're in a hurry. By making them keep up with you, you take control of the situation. You're in charge. You're not going to be their victim. Remember, they want somebody that they can overpower easy. If they've got to work for it, it's not easy. If they begin to talk, interrupt them and say, no. Use an assertive voice. Repeat it as often as possible. Panhandlers, this is a big fancy word for beggars. People that are sitting at the end of the street ramp or end of the exit ramp at the entrance to a Walmart or other big stores. We've all seen them. You don't want to open up your wallet or purse for them because then you show them exactly where you're keeping your money and they can easily get a hold of it. You want to make sure you hold onto your property so they don't grab it. Purses, wallets, laptops, cell phones, any of this stuff can easily be taken. Now, a great example of why you don't want to do this, besides the fact that they can easily take your stuff, a lot of these people out there, there are some, especially right now, that are needing some extra money. But a lot of times it's a scam. There was a young lady in Florida about a year ago. She got arrested, not specifically for panhandling, but because she was out in panhandling. She had a little baby in a stroller. When the police came up to see what had going on, they asked her for her ID. When she went to pull her wallet out of her purse, her marijuana fell on the ground. The police were less concerned about her begging and more concerned about the marijuana. So they gave her an opportunity to call somebody to come and take care of the child so they didn't have to take it to protective services. When they called their friend to come and get the kid, their response was, I need you to come to such and such a Walmart so that you can get your kid. It wasn't her child. She was using it as a ploy and babysitting, already getting paid, trying to make some extra money. It was a scam. Not everybody's like that, but there's a lot of people out there, and we're trying to make sure you're safe. Now, make sure you're sticking to well-lit areas. Criminals want the advantage. If you can see them coming, you have the advantage. Don't go to places where they can hide and sneak up on you. Stick to well-traveled streets. They don't want attention. They don't want witnesses. You want to avoid alleys, wooded areas, and vacant lots. This is one of the main reasons we keep telling you, stick to the sidewalks when you're on campus and when you're going downtown. Now, there are some potentially risky situations that you can't avoid. Parking lots, it doesn't matter if they're empty or full. If they're empty, you don't have anybody around you to witness what's going on and possibly help you. If they're full, you've got cars everywhere for people to be able to hide in between. Other places are late night or off-duty places on college campuses, on our campus. Whether you're going downtown to a concert, a ball game, all kinds of places like that, or even running into the woods because you're chasing after your dog because it chewed on the leash. All of these are potentially dangerous situations. Use your head. Now, it's better to be over-prepared. Invest in some pepper spray for real emergencies. Know how to use it. Know which way you got to have it faced and how hard you got to press it. Be prepared to use it and run away. Get an emergency whistle. Sometimes it's not the noise, but it's just enough to startle the attacker and let you get a few seconds head start and be able to get away. You can get a small LED flashlight. You can get one of these at Dollar Tree. You know, you're talking $1 and some change. They're small enough to fit in the palm of your hand, but bright enough to stun somebody and give you that quick head start to run away. If you don't want to spend the money, know how to easily get onto the flashlight app on your cell phone. You're probably going to have that one with you. You can also invest in some reflective vests, shoes, flags if you have a wheelchair, or even some reflective tape. Joggers know this, that the reflective tape makes them more visible. Reflective stripes make them more visible when they're out in the mornings so that they don't have to worry about cars seeing them. And if something's going on, they can easily be found and easily be seen instead of being somebody's victim. Parents are also very aware of this as they get their kids these shoes that have the little LED lights that every time they take a step, the light flashes. We love them because then you can see exactly where your child is. So all of these things, no matter how silly you think it might be that you're a young adult and you've got these shoes that light up, it can keep you safe. Make sure you're going out in a group. There's safety in numbers and nobody wants to take on an entire group. They want a fight they can easily win. You want to put the drunk girls, the tipsy friends, the little girls, the mouthy friends, and the scaredy cats in the middle of the group. That way, as everybody starts mingling, if something does start going on and a fight starts to break out, or somebody starts mouthing, you can easily get a hold of the smaller people, the easy victims, and move them on out. Keep the calm, larger guys leading in the front and escorting from the back. You want to keep the whole group moving quietly. Ignore cat calls. Now, you may not know what I'm talking about when I say a cat call. You may not know it by its name, but everybody's familiar and has heard it. When you see the typical example of that is when the pretty girl walks by the construction site and the guys are just, hey, you looking good, baby. These are cat calls. We all know what they are. You also want to ignore invitations to fight and beggars. And if things get too rough, call the police. So, again, there's only so many things that you can do to keep yourself safe, but we want to see you back soon. We want to see you safe. So, hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you again soon.